Welcome to MIFFs. I'm Matt Huss.
And I'm Dan Rhodes. Whether you know about Theseus or you're revising your syllabus,
If you want tales with a bit of jest, or you just want to hear about incest.
What?
What? It's really interesting.
Welcome to MIFFs. Welcome to MIFFs.
Hello and welcome to MIFFs. What a pleasure to be back. Hi Dan, how are you?
Hi Matt, I'm also back. Pleasure to be back.
I think I said pleasure to be you. Dan, how... we haven't seen each other for a little while and it's been a fun break, but you've been to a mystical place.
Yes, I went to Jordan.
And obviously only an amateur comedian would joke that you went to see Katie Price, but I am more sophisticated than that.
But no, I did see Katie Price.
Oh, we did.
In Jordan, Jordan and Jordan.
That would be very... I think that would be quite funny.
It would be quite funny.
I'm going to retract my foot. Did you see Katie Price?
No.
Okay, so what... If for the people who don't know Jordan, for example, me, what does it involve? Why did you want to go? Tell me more about it.
Jordan is a country in the Middle East.
Yep.
Like, properly in the Middle East. It's bordered...
It's east in the Middle East.
To the west, we have Israel and Palestine.
Okay.
Whichever way you see that whole country. To the north, we have Syria.
Yeah.
A land of not great stuff.
Currently.
We have Iraq to the east. And in the south, Saudi Arabia and Egypt.
Some big hitters there.
Some big hitters, yeah.
So why Jordan?
Jordan is very cool because it is home to one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world that we have all heard of, Petra.
Well, actually, not everyone's heard of it, but
Most people have heard of it.
But it is in Indiana Jones, not Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, isn't it? And that's where all the religious challenges happens as well. So.
Yeah, so you've got Petra,
and it's in Civilization 5, but you have to. It's a wonder, but you have to be next to a desert tile to do it, so it's quite hard. Do you know anything I just said?
No. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Although the other day I had the happiest day I've ever had, and that is I did a nice gig to 4 people in Durham, which is I've lost money in it, but it was a fun gig. And I came home, drank red wine, and just played Civilization, a video game.
This is in your head,
and it was genuinely the best day. I don't think I've ever been happier.
Isn't Civilizations 2 the game that accidentally made Mahatma Gandhi nuke people?
Well, no, it's the Civilization series makes you play as a leader and you try and build your empire. You either win through science or domination, as in you collect all the capitals, or cultural, etc. But so it means that sometimes the leader's turning you, and one of the running jokes is that Mahatma Gandhi, a peaceful man's like, I'm going to nuke your cities.
But no, Jordan is also because of where it is in the planet Earth, it's also the cornerstone of many religions. The Middle East, of course, is a melting pot for religions, such as Christianity, a lot of Christian stuff, Judaism, obviously with Israel, and of course Islam.
Yeah.
Obviously,
a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses over there.
A huge amount. Yeah, 90% of its population are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Any peregrine falcons over there?
No, not that I saw.
Did you not see one?
I didn't see one.
No.
But no, really, really good. Petra is incredible. I would recommend anyone to go to Jordan. The people there are super lovely.
Yeah.
Weather was nice. Some nice winter sun. It's like 30 degrees.
Is it much of a tourism place? Or?
I wouldn't say it was huge, but it definitely is a tourist place. Like in certain areas we went to, definitely not. But in the tourist areas like Petra, definitely. The Wadi Rum Desert was incredible. Sorry, hiccup.
It just brings back very powerful memories.
Yeah.
Strong performance, I heard.
Thank you, yeah. It was really good callback to my review. Hashtag
From Christmas time.
Yeah. No, it was really, really good. Went to Aqaba. Chilled on a boat in the Red Sea. Jordan has a tiny 30-kilometre sliver of coastline.
Oh, that's cool.
And when you're floating on the boat, obviously as opposed to sinking, when you're on the boat, it's just us listening to music in the hot sun. It was like 32 degrees, chilling. No alcohol, of course, because Jordan.
Oh, come on, you have to have like
And you could literally, we were floating in the Red Sea, and it was in the Gulf of Aqaba, at the very top of the Red Sea, and you could see Jordan, obviously, from where we'd hover, but you could also see Egypt, Israel, and Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
You could see all the different beaches from the different countries.
That must have been pretty intense.
Well,
right?
it's a really volatile area, because particularly between Jordan and Israel. Jordan and Egypt have good relationships with Israel purely because they border each other, but they're still not huge fans of the whole Palestinian-Israel debate, which we won't get into.
Yeah, we're not suitable for that.
But what else did I do? I floated in the Dead Sea.
So can I ask you a couple of questions?
Okay, go. You ask me, go on. Ask me questions about Jordan, I'll fire them off.
Did you say anything offensive?
No.
Are you lying?
Yes. No, I didn't say anything offensive.
No.
At one point, I was in the back of a truck. Well, this is actually a funny story.
Okay, tell me, because I want to.
So we arrived at the Wadi Rum, this beautiful desert where a lot of films are, a lot of desert scenes are filmed in the Wadi Rum for a number of reasons.
Yeah, tell me why.
Mostly because of the tax breaks and just because they've got Hollywood have a good thing going with as a location.
Yeah, and I guess it's reliable.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's quite common, isn't it? A lot of like Hawaii's another one. A lot of jungle scenes are filmed there, but just because Georgia's and like there's certain areas around the world where it's easy legally to film stuff. Mm-hmm. Companies, they get let offs and stuff. So yeah, that's really good. But no, we went to the Wadi Rum, which is an incredible landscape. But the bus we were on, there was 18 of us just on this quite a large coach. We had these super plush, like beautiful. You want to put your hand up, go on. What do you want?
Was the bus that you were on better or worse than the National Express?
Better.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that level of good.
Wow.
It's like super leather. It's like leather armchairs. It was like premium economy.
Wow.
Like,
oh my god.
Seats equivalent in aeroplanes.
If you're in a hot leather chair in a very
nice air conditioning. It had Wi-Fi on the bus.
Okay.
That worked spotlessly all the time, even when you're in the middle of the Middle East.
Ooh.
Crazy, right? But the buses couldn't drive through the desert, and we had to drive for like an hour or so through the desert. So these Toyotas and these pickups jumped, and we all jumped in the back of them, and we all had headscarves on. The guy that was driving our pickup looked really, really young, like an actual child. And then we were like, "Is that a child driving us through the desert?" And then we stopped off at this camp about 20 minutes into the journey to have some lunch and chill by some camels. It was a real desert experience.
Now, did you say anything about the kid to anyone?
No. One of the guys, Matt, went up to one of the friends I made. Yeah, that's right. I made friends. He went up to the driver because they spoke very good English in Jordan actually, because they have a lot of ties with Britain, which is interesting. And he said, "Oh, how old are you?" And the kid was like, "Oh, I'm 16." We're pretty sure he was actually way younger.
I'm actually 6.
Yeah, we were pretty sure he was younger than that, but he said he was 16, and we thought, well, fair enough, that's not crazy old.
Yeah.
That's not crazy young. And then we asked our tour guide, Mohammed, who was like an ex-Jordanian military officer, who turned tour guide, who is now escorting groups like us through Jordan. And he was great. And we went up to him and said, "Hey, Mohammed, our driver said he's 16. That's really interesting. What's the legal age to drive in Jordan?" And he was like, 18. So yeah, he was like, in desert no rules.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's
in desert it's fine. It's the desert. That's what he kept saying.
In all fairness, what are you going to crash into?
What are you going to crash into in the desert? I mean, come on, who's going to catch him?
But then again, I would like to have some experience of people driving as well. But also, come on, mate. I
mean, I got the impression he'd been driving. He's a very good driver. I'm pretty sure he'd been driving a lot. He'd probably been doing it since he was 12.
Yeah. Who's a better driver, me or the kid in the desert?
Definitely the 16-year-old kid in the desert. You haven't driven me through the desert.
That's true. But I've driven you through the tundra of North Yorkshire, so it's safe.
It was safe. So no, that was really funny. I floated in the Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth.
Oh, did it? Wait. What's the lowest point on Earth?
The lowest point on Earth is the Dead Sea.
Yeah, but
424. 424? Yeah, maybe slightly less meters below sea level.
But why don't you just But weren't you in the sea?
It was in the Dead Sea.
Yeah, but
it's more of a lake. It's technically a lake.
Yeah, but how can you be less than sea level when you're in the body water?
Because it's not a sea. It's a
lake.
But
what a stupid thing to say.
It's like the Caspian Sea is a lake, isn't it?
Well, what?
It's because
geography's bad. I hate geography.
It's because the people that discovered it went, oh, this looks like a sea.
Well,
We'll call this the
we'll
call this the something sea, and then obviously it later turns out it's not a sea; it's actually a lake.
Well, surely they can figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, oh wait, I mean like, that's it's not. It's not a big enough discovery. It's a big discovery, but surely they must have figured it out in such a short amount of time for it to not render it useless, right?
Yeah, but the dead lake sounds pretty cool still. But I think this is called the Dead Sea. It's what it's called, all right?
All right, but I just think I hate the past.
Yeah, that was really good. I sprayed myself with a poo gun.
Please tell me.
In the Middle East, it's quite cold. As people who have been there will know.
What?
There will be toilet paper for the tourists.
Yeah.
But locals don't really use toilet paper. They use it looks like a shower hose.
Yeah.
It's near where the toilet paper is.
And you use it for your bum.
Yeah, and you pull it off and you just spray it. You spray your bum with it. I tried it, but it's very cold.
Oh,
this one was,
yeah.
and I wanted to try this one, but before I tested it into the bidet that was next to it, and it went like, and it was super, super, super powerful.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to use that. So I stood up.
Yeah,
and I finished my
that's
business.
going to ruin your underpants.
Yeah,
right? Because
so
if it's too much, you're going to be dripping. You
so
don't have a towel.
I finished. Yeah, exactly. So I finished it. What I got to do, and I flushed. And then I put the shower poo gun back. It's probably got a name. I put the poo gun back on the thing. But as I pushed it into the wall, I pressed the trigger and I sprayed it all over myself.
And how many people has that squashed the arse?
Probably a lot.
And
I'm sure a lot of their anal pooiness goes on, but must wash back onto the shower head.
Well,
and I sprayed that all over myself.
Thank you for not showering since then. I really appreciate that.
That happened. And I also did one of my greatest achievements whilst in Jordan.
Tell me about that.
I fit a Pringles tube into another Pringles tube.
I genuinely did. Every syllable you said, I was like, "Where's this going? Where's this going?" And it ended in an anticlimax. What are you talking about? A Pringles tube? What?
Imagine you've got two Pringles tubes.
Yeah.
They're the exact same size.
Yeah.
You try and put them together, but they won't fit into each other because they're the same size. Atom hitting atom. I fit a Pringles tube into another. I crushed atoms and put a Pringles tube. I slid it into another Pringles tube. It's harder than it sounds.
Dan, are you thick? What? You've travelled halfway around the world. You spent 2 weeks in a place in the Middle East, and your crowning thing you've come back with is you've got a Pringles can and you kind of squished it in and pushed it in. Is that what you're proud of?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds like it's not an achievement.
Well, it's not an achievement.
But it was, trust me.
Well, I could do that easily.
Clever, isn't it?
Next time we meet up, I'm going to do that.
You're going to put a Pringles tube in a Pringles tube.
Yeah. Every time you say that, it sounds quite like you're going to say something worse. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're going to stick a Pringles tube with your butt or something like that. Yeah. Which I will do as well. Just to prove a point. I like the fact you think you're crushing atoms as well, but I don't think that's...
Well, I did it without crushing the Pringles tube. I don't think you understand how hard that is to do.
But also, here's another question. Why did you do this?
Because I had two empty Pringles tubes.
Most people just put it in the bin, they.
Oh, you think, wouldn't you?
So, but you just kind of smushed it together?
Just kind of smushed it together, yeah.
But what did anyone else say about this?
They were impressed.
What flavour were they, though? That's my point.
When you mean everyone else, do you mean the one person that saw me do it?
Yeah.
They were impressed.
Were they actually impressed? Or
Yeah, he was like, wow.
No, see, that sounds like, wow, who am I on the trip with?
No, he's like, wow, that was incredible.
More like, wow.
Ask me how long
this
it's going
guy's
to do it.
girlfriend. How long?
Like 20 minutes.
I thought you were going to say 2 hours then. And then that could have been considered art then. Yeah,
no, the Middle East is it was so nice, and everyone was so friendly, and yeah, it was just a really, really nice place. I went to the Royal Automobile Museum, which is a collection of super rare, expensive cars that the monarchy of Jordan keep just in a museum.
Yeah, but did they keep any peregrine falcons?
No.
Okay. Have you got any more funny stories from Jordan? Can I ask you 2 final questions?
Go on.
Did you drink any alcohol over there? Did you smoke?
I did have some alcohol, yeah. We found an English pub one night.
Okay, so they're allowed to sell
Yeah.
it. So is it against the law, or is it?
No, it's not against the law.
Okay.
It's just very hard to... They just don't really have that many bars.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's just hard to come by. Culturally, they just don't... Why would they build bars? I mean, they don't...
So is that English bar kind of like low in business?
It's for like... No, because it had lots of tourists in it. It was in it was an Asgard bar, which is quite touristy. Yeah, it's particularly popular with Russians.
Ooh, that's just good. Well, Russians in an English bar. What are you? The general election 2019?
Yeah, I went snorkeling in Aqaba. We saw a whale shark. How cool is that?
That's a good political joke.
Went snorkeling, saw a whale shark. Do you realize how cool that is?
Is that when a whale tries to fit inside a shark?
Yeah. Well, I saw a whale mate with a shark, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Also, I saw, we go snorkeling there, they've got like tanks and aeroplanes that are sunk in the sea.
Oh,
you can like snorkel and see them.
Okay, and did you find any ladies over there?
No.
What I'm trying to say is, was there any like kind of a romantic nature? But the way I said it was like, did you see any people who weren't men?
I did see some ladies, yeah, but no, I did not. I did not have romantic relations with anyone.
Did you meet anyone of interest?
No.
No, well, the reason I was trying to swing around was that we actually had an email.
We did. Hi, Jess. No, I made my friend Jess. I made her listen to the podcast on the trip.
Can I just read out what she wrote?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I think she actually deleted a tweet afterwards, but which hurt my feelings a bit.
There's no way she would have listened to enough to get to this episode.
Oh, well, yeah,
for sure.
Oh well,
I think she listened to 2, and then tweeted out of pity.
Not out of pity, because she was really infused. More right, but there's. I think there's. Did you see the tweets?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Didn't see the tweet.
I want to highlight a thing that did kind of bother me a bit, and obviously she was your friend, and she she met you, so she was enthusiastic. That's fine. That's that happens. But there was something I wasn't too happy about. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you.
So this is from Jess Davis. She's a friend I made in Jordan. She was on my trip. We were talking about Roman and Greek stuff. There's a lot of Roman and Greek history in Jordan, and that's why we got talking about it.
So Jess says, to cut on one story short, because I think the tweet was deleted, but she did say that she loves Dan's accent, and she said this quite a few times. She wants to marry you. That's a first from a Twitter angle, and I kind of tweeted like, oh, ha ha ha, that's quite good. Thanks for listening, kind of thing. But I was also like, what do you think about Matt Hoss? Matt Hoss is pretty cool, and she said nothing about me. She's all pro Dan. She's a Dan fan.
She's a Dan fan. Finally, we've met someone who's a Dan fan.
Well, no, you've got quite a few Dan fans, more so than you think. And she also, we had a nice correspondence on Twitter, but she did not say how much she wanted to marry me. So could you kind of get us in touch, maybe?
Okay, I'll just get in touch and say that she wants to marry you. I'm sorry.
And maybe when she sent a pity tweet, maybe she can send a pity marriage proposal. That'd be nice. Anyway, that should be that.
But no, I had a good time in Jordan. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Do you think I look super tanned?
No, because you look the same as usual.
I said, do I look super tanned?
Yeah, sorry.
Good answer.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head to... Because Dan's been on the journey, we are also going to go on a journey. A spiritual journey. A narrative journey. All the way to the land of Norse myths.
Dun dun dun!
Norse Myths. Norse Myths. Norse Myths. Norse Myths.
So, Daniel, how are you enjoying the Norse myths so far?
I'm enjoying the Norse myths, yeah. We are learning every day is a new day.
Yep, and in the interim...
Obviously, that...
Yeah, obviously.
That's how days work. But you know what I mean.
There's a great Hannibal Buress routine, which I love, and you introduced me to Hannibal Buress.
I did.
Hannibal Buress goes, and you know when people mourn, they go, I'm just living one day at a time. Just doing one day at a time. It's like, yeah, how else are you supposed to live? Like, I'm just living a month at a time. It's quite funny. But in the interim, whilst you were away, because in the last couple of episodes, I didn't feel good that you knew a lot more than me.
I did know a lot more than you.
So I read a book, Dan.
Yeah, Matt spitefully read a whole book in the interim.
Of Norse myths.
Just so he could be the expert again.
However, it was such a long time ago since I saw you that I have now forgotten what that was in there as well. So it's been a while, but
we'll get through it. Together we'll get through it. I can't remember anything off the top of my head now, but I will remember.
And it's going to be great fun as well, and we hope you enjoy it as well. And if you have any suggestions of Norse mysteries to do, why don't you email us at misspodcast@gmail.com or tweet us at misspodcast on the social medias. So today we're going to be looking at the Master Builder and the role that Loki plays in it. And so this is it's something. This is a story I heard, and it was phenomenally, really kind of like HBO level quality as well. And I love how nuanced the Norse myths are as well. And are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock.
So, talk about rocks. I'm going to talk about a lot of foundations as well. Some bedrock, perhaps. Asgard, a realm of wonders, was where the Norse gods made their home. There, Odin's great hall of Valhalla towered above the mountains and Bifrost. But their domain was magnificent. It stood undefended from the giants and the trolls of Jotunheim, and who despised the gods and sought to destroy them. Now, Dan, do you know what Valhalla is?
Valhalla is the hall where all of the Vikings that have died honourably in battle, the greatest warriors, they go and live in Valhalla to be used again when Ragnarok comes.
Yeah, and these... So if you die of like old age, that was an unhonourable death, so you don't go there. You go to hell.
If you die in battle.
As in HEL. But if you die in battle or honourably you die, go to Valhalla, where you proved worthy. And this links to the Chaos, the legacy in the Greek mythology. But yeah, so we have all these different realms, and the Valhalla is in Asgard. That's going to be important to know. One day, when Thor, strongest of the gods, was fighting off these foes, a stranger appeared, riding a powerful grey horse. The visitor made the gods an astonishing offer, because he noticed there was no surrounding buildings to protect them, because the Asgard was left defenseless, and they couldn't rely on Thor all the time. Thor was away at this point, and he was fighting in Jotunheim. So the stranger just rocks up one day, and he said he would build them the greatest wall they'd ever seen, higher than any giant could climb, and stronger than any troll could break.
Is it Donald Trump?
It is Donald Trump. Build that wall!
I'll build the greatest wall you've ever seen, higher than the giant could climb.
There's no collusion.
There's no giant stronger.
Get out! Drain the swamp! Yeah. Do you like Donald Trump?
He's alright.
Yeah.
Good vibes for him.
So, without looking at the next line, Dan, with this is a good offer. This is like, so they need a defense system and something, and this is the strongest wall. It can't be penetrated, and it's going to protect them. How much would you want paying to make that?
Oh, it's going to cost a lot of materials.
Yeah.
A lot of resources, a lot of man hours
Yeah.
to build the strongest and tallest wall ever built in the universe.
Obviously, it's for the Mexicans. I mean, for the
giants.
The giants want to break through.
I would want the Mexican giants.
Hey, hombre! Quesadilla! Hey, maybe we can pay Mexican pesos.
Yeah, that's true. I would want a lot of money. As a big contract, millions of pounds.
And millions of pounds. This is what the stranger... the chocolates were, it's a pretty good deal. What do you want in return? And all the stranger asked in return was the beautiful goddess Freya's hand in marriage, along with the sun and moon from the sky. So that's quite a big request. I want to get married to a person that just want to marry me.
Yeah.
The most beautiful woman.
I want the sun
and the moon.
and the moon.
That's a big... That's...
It's not there in use.
Yeah. They've just been chased by wolves. Oh, we would appreciate it, actually. It's quite the quite a big thing. And the gods balked at this request and were ready to send him away. However, there's a certain trickster who thought he might be able to do something very odd here. The trickster Loki concocted a devious plan. He told the gods they should accept the stranger's offer, but set such strict conditions that he would fail to complete the wall in time. Ooh. So, do you know what I love about this already? The best thing about Norse mythology, there's a lot of admin here. There's a lot of bureaucracy going like, if it doesn't do it in the contracted time, we're actually going to have to void his payment, actually.
Yeah, but then he would have already built most of it, so...
Yes, that's the point, yeah. So, as it says in the next paragraph, they would lose. That way, they would lose nothing whilst getting most of the wall built for free. Freya did not like this idea, but Odin and the other gods were convinced, and they came to agreement with the builder. So they did a bit of a dodgy deal. But firstly,
What's this guy's credentials, by the way?
oh, he's just a.
What has he built before that's going to prove to us that he can build this massive wall?
Well, I guess that's a good point. So it's just one man and a horse so far, and yeah, you're right. But also, Loki's kind of come hot to the plan, saying that, well, it doesn't really matter. It's going to get really funny if he just kind of like puts a bit like a fence, like a small fence. He goes, that'll do, won't it? But if you were Freya and you don't want to get married to this random stranger, how would you feel? Like that Loki just made a deal on your behalf, and the rest of the gods were like, "Yeah, that sounds fine," and it doesn't impact them.
I would be sad.
Sad.
Yeah, because I don't like the idea that someone would just agree. I mean, I know they're also not going to go through the plan, so they have kind of got her back. But also the idea that they would just so blatantly like throw her in with the deal.
Yeah, and she's like a prime goddess as well. So, do you know much about Freya?
She's got a twin brother
Called Frey.
and they are Vanaheims.
I know,
Like
Vanir,
yeah.
from Vanaheim. But yeah, they are. But Freya's quite a very. She's very a nature god, if you know what I mean. She has a lot going on there. I've done my research, mate.
Yeah, good for you.
Back in the chair, yes. Do you want to do the next bit?
Yeah. He would only have one winter to complete the wall. Easy. If any part was unfinished by the first day of summer, he would receive no payment, and he could have no help from any other people. The gods sealed the deal with solemn oaths and swore the mason would come to no harm in Asgard.
Just to add a stipulation here. Before he accepts, he goes, I can't use any other people, but can I use my horse to carry some materials? And they're like, yeah, alright then. Maybe you can have one horse to carry like a mountain load of material. Yeah, sure, whatever. And that's important, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In the morning, the stranger began to dig the foundations at an astonishing speed, and at nightfall he set off towards the mountains to obtain the building stones. But it was only the next morning, when they saw him returning, that the gods began to worry. As agreed, no other people were helping the mason. You always do this.
Me?
You make a point that you think isn't going to come up, and then it immediately comes up.
As a storyteller, I think it's important to tell it now.
As agreed, no other people were helping the mason, but his horse, Svadifari. Svadifari.
Do you want to spell it?
SVA weird D ILFARI.
Swafalari.
Well, that's obviously Svar. Svadilfari. It's clearly a D, isn't it?
Why don't we call him Fari?
Svad. Why do we call him Svad?
Swadilfari.
His horse was hauling a load of stones so massive it left trenches in the ground behind them.
So imagine the horse is kind of just trotting and it's like
it's pulling up mountains.
Yeah.
Winter came and went. The stranger kept building. Svadilfari kept hauling, and neither snow nor rain could slow their progress. So they're like, "Oh crap! It turns out he's got the world's strongest horse." Like we should have. Did anyone We're really hot on admin here. Did anyone check what kind of horse he had?
Yeah.
I just assumed that it was a normal horse. You're fired, Mark.
That was obviously Thrud.
You're fired. You're fired, Thrud. Why did you not check what kind of horse he had? We live in a mythical land, buddy.
And
there's obviously.
Have we not done a DBS check on this guy? He's just started working on the
We
wall.
live in a world of gods and demons and elves, and magic, and you didn't once think to double check his horse wasn't a magical horse. Well, I mean, what were the chances? Quite high, Thrud. Quite high. With only 3 days left until summer.
Beautiful, by the way.
With only 3 days left until summer, the wall stood high and impenetrable. with only the gate left to be built. Horrified, the gods realised that not only would they lose their fertility goddess forever, but without the sun and moon, the world would be plunged into eternal darkness. Oh, they've really not done their background check.
See, this is what I meant. Earlier you assumed that was just going to be absolutely fine, but that's Loki to a T though. He's like, we'll be fine. He's trying to cut corners, but he's actually...
we'll be fine, huh? It's me, Loki. I come on, I know what I'm doing.
Why is he Italian?
That's the voice we had for him.
Oh, is it?
I decided right now.
I wasn't sure if we agreed that.
I think that's how he would sound.
Hey, come on already!
Like a trickster.
Well, see, I think it's slightly racist. We do a Sicilian American, you know what I mean? Like Joe Pesci, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of gangster, you know. We'll give you the sun and the moon, just have the telegarments, you know. So, and also Freya must be really annoyed at this time as well, right?
What happened though, Matt?
So, we've done this one, yeah?
You know, if you were looking at your phone the whole time during a podcast.
In all fairness,
can you believe this?
I'm actually trying because
can you believe this?
There's a bit at the end.
Can you believe a bit that's probably going to come up anyway?
I'll put my phone down. Bastard. They wondered why they made such a foolish wager, and then remembered Loki and his terrible advice and his terrible Italian American accent. Hey, what you talking about? Hey, you want a Bloody Mary or something? Come on already. It's not bad, is it?
No, it's not bad.
Suddenly, Loki didn't feel so clever, and all his fellow gods threatened him with an unimaginable painful death if he didn't find some way to prevent the builder from getting his payment. So, by contract, they can't not pay him.
No.
But...
Also, they can't pay him because then the sun and the moon would disappear.
And their fertility goddess.
They're like, we can't actually give him what we fucking... Oh, crap.
Yeah, and they didn't even bother with him as well, you know what I mean? But also, because they set his time infringements, kind of they have to do it.
This is the equivalent to, like, a builder comes in, and he's like, hey, I'll build you a mansion. All I want is £100 million. And I'm like, well, I haven't got £100 million. But hey, buddy, if you can do it in a week...
With oven mitts. Yeah,
with oven mitts and one horse, I'll let you do it.
Okay, yeah, actually...
And then he goes, all right. And then he does it, and then he's like, hey, that 100 million, please. And I'm like, oh, no.
Okay, if you were this builder and you had to... What would your... Yeah, what would be your restrict... if you had to give someone, like, a task to do it and, like, build a house with... What would be your, like, restrictions? You know what I mean? Your...
What does he want?
Well, not the price, but like what restrictions would you put to make him not be able to do it in time?
Oh well, I suppose it depends what it is.
Build a castle.
Build a castle.
But you're not allowed to bend your knees, something like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that as a kid? Try to walk with no bend? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, let me explain. Because when I was a kid, I thought it'd be quite funny to not funny, but like I was a lonely child. But I would try and get up the stairs without bending my knees.
Oh yeah, I've played games like that before. Yeah.
Can you demonstrate what I'm doing to the listener?
Yeah, you're walking without bending your knees.
But like going up the stairs is really hard. You have to like
hard,
really
because steps are high up.
Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you think I'm an idiot, Dan?
I mean, I can't talk. My proudest moment recently was putting a Pringles tube in another Pringles tube.
Have
basically you made for each other?
Have you I think you're still proud of that, but I think I made you feel shame about it.
I did, but no, I'm still proud of it.
You weird boy. Yeah, we are made for each other. So, Loki promised to take care of the situation and dashed away. So what do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to knock the wall down or make it like prove that it's hollow or something. Maybe the guy's like cut corners on his building work.
See, that's a reasonable way to do it. This ends like a true Norse myth. So he dashed away. Outside, night had fallen, and the builder prepared to set off to retrieve the final load of stones. The one more trip, and he is done. Okay. He's going to go to Freya, go back home.
He's literally just got few more stones to put on the wall, boom.
And that's it. And he is looking forward to it. He's been going through... He woke up every morning in the fucking winter, getting stones every night, and he is tired, but one more trip.
He's like, I'm going to bang Freya.
Oh, yeah.
Non-consensually. Kind of disgusting, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we're kind of advocating... Like, nah.
He'll get the sun and the moon.
Yeah, and also we're going to put the sun and the moon.
Yeah, they are big.
Yeah, and you can't keep it in your house unless you built that.
Yeah.
You have to build a whole sunroom for it. Anyway, what'd you do with the sun? What a stupid myth. But anyway, so you kind of get one thing, and it was like, Swaffalari, Swaffalari. But as he called, a mare appeared in the field. She was so beautiful that Swaffalari ignored his master and broke free from his reins. He's a horny horse.
Horny horse.
Damn, that's a sexy horse! The mason tried to catch him, but the mare ran deep into the woods, and Swaffalari followed. The stranger was furious. He knew the gods were behind this, and he confronted them. No longer a mild-mannered person, but in his true form, a terrifying mountain giant.
So that's how he's been able to do all this.
Yeah. This was a big mistake. Thor had just returned to Asgard, and now that the gods knew a giant was in their midst, they disregarded their oaths. The only payment the builder would receive, and the last thing he would ever see, was the swing of Thor's mighty hammer, Mjolnir. Which is quite sad, really, because he's done all this hard work for nothing.
Yeah, they're being dicks about this, yeah.
Because they're not honourable here, are they?
No.
You know what I mean? They are like a corporation and they just absolutely screwed them over.
But also, the mountain giants have dishonoured their oath.
How so?
To be in Asgard.
Yeah, but also... But he was kind of peaceful in all fairness.
And helping them.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah.
And he was... he didn't ask quite high, but it was... They still chose to accept it.
Yeah.
They're not... I think that's big WTF right there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very nice. As they set the final stones in the wall, the gods celebrated their victory. Although I think it's a hollow victory. Loki, however, was not among them. Several months would pass before he would finally return, following by a beautiful grey foal with 8 legs. This foal would grow into a magnificent steed by the name of Sleipnir, and became Odin's mount. So that was Odin's horse.
He had his eight-legged horse, yeah.
A horse that he could outrun the wind himself. But exactly where he had come from was something that Loki preferred not to discuss.
Is that the end of the post?
Yeah. So he just banged a horse, and he was a horseman for a bit. That's weird, right?
So Loki banged a horse, or he made a horse out of the two horses?
Let me tell you what happened. Well, the main theory is that he turned into a horse. Oh, look how beautiful I am. Oh, hey, Larry, want to come to the woods with me? And the horse was like, I'm gonna butt fuck.
Because that's how you make a baby.
I forgot. So they had sex in the woods, and
as a fake. But like when you do turn into a swan, is that kind of level of weirdness? Like he's had sex as an animal,
but it's never depth to it. Because first,
and then he had to give birth to a gestator.
Yeah, but gestated an 8-legged horse.
Nice.
But also,
clearly this horse was strong. The dad.
Yeah. And it's got some good genes as well. But also, he must have stayed as the horse for a bit. So maybe Loki identifies as
a horse,
as a mare, because he must have. But also, with Zeus, when he turned into a swan, it was there for his own gratification and for him to have sex. Although it was Loki to get him save himself, he also did change his gender over as well. Well, we assume he's male, but I assume his gender falls swapped over. So it's interesting that he went for it to become a monk. He had a nice peaceful life for a bit.
Yeah, as a horse.
But he has a wife as well. So imagine going just going to pop up for
a couple of months,
12 years, just going.
What's the gestation period of a horse? Oh, it's like 7 months. Oh, good. I'll probably see you in about 7 months. Yeah. No coincidence.
How long is the gestation period?
I'm normally quite good at gestation periods.
Should we guess? I think it's about 12 months. I'm going to guess 6 months. I'm going to punch you in the dick right now.
If you punch me in the dick, I would...
Can I have 1 inch punch you in the dick?
No, don't want to punch me in the dick. I was at a quiz recently and they asked me, and I had to know what the gestation period of an elephant was, and I got that right.
What is it?
It's 22 months.
Really? How do you know that? Oh, 370 days, so...
How many months is that?
12 months.
Thank you very much.
Ish. 11 to 12 months, right?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said 12 months. I only know that because the zebras is 12 months, and I assume they'd be similar.
Well, that was less fun than I thought it would be. It's annoying when you know the answer already. But yeah, I think we assume assume that Swafflelarry goes off to have a nice, fulfilled life as a whole, which is nice. Anyway, let's go on Rank this myth. So, we obviously do this in 4 categories, which you know off by heart now. Obviously, we do LS, M, C, and WTF. So, what are you doing?
Just double checking if it was elephants that had the longest. Go
Do you want to explain that?
No, I just wanted to see what there's a thing here that we're looking at the screen that says what animal has the longest pregnancy, and I assumed it was elephant, so I clicked on it to see if it was, and it was.
Dan, do you know what question I want to know the answer to?
What?
Am I male or female?
Ask me other gestation periods questions, and I'll get them right.
Yeah, you didn't acknowledge my great joke there.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
I said, one question I want to know is, am I male or female? Remember that? We did a whole quiz on it?
No.
We started the whole episode doing like half an hour on it. Do you remember?
But are you male or female?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, like, yeah, and there's like super sexist quiz.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Anyway, well, let's talk about life skills. What practical things we learned? We learned how to build a wall.
Learn how to build a wall, massive.
And maybe say an impenetrable wall.
An
like
impenetrable
a fortress wall.
You know who wasn't impenetrable?
Loki.
I'm joking.
Loki's butt. Tight little butt.
What's tighter? Loki's horse butt or Ganymede's little 5-year-old butt?
Obviously Ganymede's tight little 5-year-old paedophilic butt.
Oh, classic. Yeah, we learned how to build a wall. We learned how to have horsey sex.
We'll learn how to give birth.
Yeah.
And also, it's a creation. It's creation of. We are creating physical things. We're also creating life, Dan.
Yeah, we are. That's true.
Also, we also learn how to annoy a god by just selling her. We learned some bartering skills.
Yeah.
The art of the deal. Another Donald Trump thing. We learn. If you can't honour a payment, just slink your way out of it. Have you ever done that? Trying like something you haven't paid for. You're like, how can I get around this?
Not really.
That's a specifically weird question. No, that's fine.
Yeah, we learn how to deceive.
Yep. What else? I guess we've learned to kill a giant with a heart.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
9?
Oh, it's definitely not a 9 though. It's not enough. It's not varied enough.
I don't know. Child, 8 like the horse, giving that gift. This also learning how to hold a secret. You didn't tell anyone what happened.
Yeah, it's true. How to hold a secret. The wall is big points. I'll give you that.
But also giving birth. And also trading. There's lots of different. No, I do think it's varied actually because we've got physical building, we've got life giving, we've got deals, we've got betrayals, we've got mystery.
9.
It's not bad though, is it?
No.
Morals. Don't
deceive. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't fuck a horse unless it's really hot.
Yeah.
But also don't make a deal which you can't follow through with.
Yes.
Don't make promises. And also, don't put someone's.
Don't try and use someone just for their labour.
Yeah, and also, because they really abused that. I felt really bad for the giant, and in a lot of cases in these Norse myths, I feel so bad for the people who are victims of the gods, really.
Yeah.
And the gods are a bit more subtle, but they do still screw over so many people in this universe.
I think.
Well, I think there's actually genuinely, because we usually mark morals quite low, but I think there's some big morals here.
Yeah.
And in terms of decency, in terms of what actual morals mean, we learn a lot of stuff here. And I don't think it intended us to learn it, but I think we learned a lot about how we should live our lives as well. Don't be like that. And if you honour someone's... If you care about what people are making, you should pay for it as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if they're a stranger or a friend, you should be paying for that work. But also, you shouldn't have to pay the sun and the moon for anything. I'm going to say 9.
It is high.
Or 10?
I just don't know why it's not... No, I don't know why...
Well, tell me, what's your thoughts?
I thought it was like a 7 or an 8. The morals don't seem big enough, like, they're not big enough for me.
But then again, when are they big enough? You know what I mean? When is it ever a 10?
Big enough to me are like your Oedipus and those kind of big dilemma myths.
But then again, I don't think that even... I think if you boil it down, even Oedipus isn't that big. Yeah, I mean,
that's true.
But, have we ever given like a proper 10 for something? And I'm not saying this is a 10. I'm just saying that I don't think it's always as grand. I think we have to give some boundaries to morals. So morals isn't as it's harder to get 10 out of 10. There's no perfect morals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think this one does have a lot to it, though. Do you know what I mean? It's a boatload of morals, and I think the point of morals, I think, is how if you feel sympathy for someone, or you feel like, oh, that's not right. You know what I mean?
But to me, this is just one moral, and that is don't be a dick to someone.
But on multiple levels, right? Because we have the financial thing of Freya, don't be a dick to the gods, and also the gods were a bit dicky to Loki when they were like, well, it's obviously your fault, when they all agreed to it as well, yeah, and also they literally screwed over Swafalari as well. But
yeah, it's true.
So I think there's different vibes.
I think it's an 8.
Let's go for 8, yeah. I'm happy with 8.
Creativity.
Why don't you tell me for this then?
It was quite creative.
8-legged horse?
Wolves. Specifically a wool, once it was built.
Yeah. Oh, a horse. A small horse just dragging
a mountain. That's pretty creative.
It's funny as well.
The whole Loki having sexy times with a horse and then not telling everyone. I like that whole creativity. It felt like a good narrative. The gods being a dick, him being a giant at the end, it all made sense. It's like a Scooby-Doo, like, let's see who's behind this pesky... I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
Yeah. Thor coming in at the time.
Yeah.
Also, Thor...
It's a 7 or an 8, I think.
8.
Done. WTF.
The guy getting killed at the end.
Killed at the end and the horse, that's going to be taking precedence.
The fact that Loki... this isn't WTF necessarily, but it's certainly weird. Well, not weird, but I just mean it's unusual for Loki to remain in character for a long time than is necessary.
Yeah.
He drove Swafalari away, but he stayed with the horse for a bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, it's actually quite sweet if you really mind down to it. But there's a lot of WTF. The Freya, I think that's kind of messed up as well, and the Sun and Moon as well, and the fact that the gods were so easily played. And also, another WTF is why did Loki want to make a deal for it in the first place? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I think the answer to that is because he wanted to screw things over. You know, he wanted to be seen good, but also wanted to add a bit of a chaos. If you know what I mean.
Again, 7 or an 8.
What do you think? I think it's not the only part's
not crazy. Maybe it's 6 or a 7. Or is it even a 5? Is it a down the middle myth?
Let's say 6. I think
6. Boom.
So if we have 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 equals 31.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done. What a good way to finish it.
3-1.
1-3. So dumb. So thank you so much for listening. Should we just wrap up really quickly?
Let's pretty go, yeah.
Right. Bullet points. Come and see me on tour. Come and buy my country album called British Redneck on my website. Go and download it. Only £7 or £10 physical copy. Follow us online, Miss Podcast online, or send us an email at misspodcast@gmail.com. Follow us both online. I'm Matt House Comedy. You are not on Twitter that much.
Not on Twitter that much.
And finally, donate to us on Patreon. All of this is below. You can check it out. We'd definitely appreciate it. Dan, anything else to add?
No.
I would absolutely love to have you there. You can get tickets from my website www.matthousecomedy.com, or just there'll be events on Facebook as well. And please share with your friends. It'd be absolutely amazing to have you come along. And yeah, it'd be absolutely special. We've got some stuff planned, haven't we, Dan? I've got stuff planned.
Okay, Matt's got stuff planned. I'll have stuff planned.
Because I actually think
it's going to involve him taking his clothes off, so just get ready for that.
No. And could do if you want that.
You're not winking.
Yeah, but if you want to come and check it out, it'd be absolutely wonderful. And anyway, let's finish off by. Do you have any final stories about Petra?
No, other than it's really big, and I think everyone should go there because it's a beautiful country.
Should I recreate your poo gun moment, and should I splash all over
Please
now?
do, yeah. Oh God, no, not with the peanut. Oh, he's masturbating.
Let's try that again.
That was gross.
Yeah, it was gross. Anyway, thank you so much. I've been Matt Hoss. You're Dan Rhodes.
I am Dan Rhodes. Thank you for having me, Matt. Can I come back next week?
You say this quite regularly, and no, I don't invite you. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, people who have listened.
And people who haven't listened.
Yeah,
bye.
anyone who's just coming now. Bye.
Myths, 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 myths.
Also, have you listened to any of the episodes back yet?
Oh, that was a stupid question. Obviously, I have.
Have you actually?
No.
Okay. I've got a new Norse myth, a Norse jingle. That's like a jingle for the Norse things. Just wanted to hear what you did you like it essentially? And then there's a redundant question because
I can pretend I listened to it.
yeah.
Play it to me right now.
To be honest, do you want to? Well, I have to get my laptop.
It doesn't matter, okay.
It goes. But that's the guitar bit, and
Is this the very start? Or is this like a jingle, segue jingle?
segue jingle. Not that's in the top, but then I sing over the top of it, and it took me 2 minutes. I went Norse myths, Norse myths, Norse myths.
I can already tell that's a banger.
Thank you.